right. Good morning again. Let's warm up first, as usual.
भैया ये कुछ स्क्रीन शेयर हो रही है शायद आपकी ना, or is it mine?
I don't have any screen to share.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's my something on my side. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let me come back.
Let's start taking a deep breath. Slow breath. Slow and long breathing. That's how we're supposed to breathe all day long. From abdomen, long breath and slow breath. So that way, we can get more oxygen and get healthier. And of course, happier. And always breathe in through your nose and breathe out either through your nose or mouth. But inhalation always should be through the nose. Let's do some fire breathing exercise, which is called Bhastrika. So we're going to bounce up and down with quick and short breath. So this is only for the upper respiratory part of your body. So it should not go all the way down. So let's do 450 times. Deep breath after your Bhastrika, after your fire breathing. And now let's do some just standing walking. So move your arms from your shoulders and lift your knees as high as you can. At the same time, keep on taking deep breath and slow breath. So today we are going to concentrate on our shoulders, our lower back, on our knees, the breathing exercise, and we will end up with meditation relaxation. Oh, specifically, we will point that the breathing part and also the meditation part, relaxation part, towards anxiety, depression, negative thinking. So let's get rid of all that. Now, first, let's bring your feet slightly apart to make your body stable. We're going to work on the shoulders. So let's bring your arms apart and we are going to go all the way to your right. So we're going to move your shoulders from a different point of view. So we want to use the muscles in different ways. So we can have exercise related to all the muscles of your shoulders. So breathe out as you turn to your right, as you turn to your left. So the majority of the exercises we do, they work on your automatically lower back, your shoulders, your knees. But we are going to just bring our attention to specific part of the body. Like right now, let's work on your lower back. Let's work on your shoulders. Breathe out. Each time you turn your body towards your right, towards your left. So the main reason of your frozen shoulders or shoulder pain is that if we have injury or we have arthritis, or if we don't move in all different directions. So let's bring your arms again, parallel to your shoulders. Let's turn, let's keep your both arms together, parallel to your shoulders, and then turn to your right and left. Breathe out. So you can do like 5 to 10 times on each side. So your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your lower back, they all are interconnected. So we must work with all entire upper body in order to get your shoulders healthy. And then same thing goes to your lower back and your knees, your ankles. So we have to keep your whole body healthy. Let's start stretching. Bring your left arm up. So when you have your left arm up, you go towards your right side. Breathe out. Bring your head upwards. This way, you're going to work on your shoulders, upper back, and also your neck. And of course, your lower back as well. Let's breathe in, stretch. Bring your head to your left, upper to upside, exhale. Inhale, and come back. And when it becomes specific to your shoulder, let's do it multiple times. So breathe in, lean towards your right, stretch from your shoulder, bring your head slightly upwards and breathe out. And stretch more. Let's come back. Let's use your right arm. Inhale. Stretch. Breathe out. And let's continue working on your shoulders. Interlock your fingers. Bring your palms forward. And stretch your arms upwards. When you stretch upwards, keep your hips straight, not to lean forward. And keep them straight and stretch your arms backwards also. So you can feel your deltoid muscles. So there are multiple muscles in your shoulders. We need to work on them. And at the same time, your middle of your scapula, middle of your shoulders behind your back. So let's stretch towards your right. Breathe out. Breathe in. Stretch towards your left. Breathe out. Let's go back in the middle. As you inhale. towards your right. Towards your left. In the middle. And then come back. The good thing is about these exercises that everyone is able to do these exercises. And let's now work with your lower back along with your shoulder. Let's place your left foot over your right. So you want to keep it slightly forward though, so you don't lose your balance. If you try, it's up to you. Wherever you can make your balance stable, that's where you want to keep your foot. And this becomes specific to your lower back. You stretch more. Let's go towards your right. Inhale. And then come back. You should feel on your side, lower back, your lumbar side. So let's work on your right side. Breathe in. Stretch your right arm. Go towards your left. And then come back. Let's do it one more time. Doing these 2-3 exercises a few times will help definitely your shoulders, your neck, your lower back. And back. Let's do it one more time. Over your right side, breathe in. Start stretching with keeping your breath in. And then breathe out. Make sure your arm is not forward. Try to keep the tension backwards. And by doing these exercises, your shoulders will be less susceptible for injury. Because sometimes you try to reach something over your head and your arms are not, your shoulders are not used to it, then you become injured. So it's very important to every day, we must extend the arms upwards. So that way your muscles are used to it. Now let's go, even though it's an initial stretch, but still, next exercise is specifically for your lower back. And think always about your lower back means, your hamstrings, your hips. If those are tight, the lower back is going to be definitely weak. So let's bring your arms parallel to your shoulders as usual. We're going to work on your shoulders as well. But specifically now your lower back, your hamstrings, your hips. Let's keep your body into tabletop shape. So that way you're going to stretch your hamstrings. Let's keep on going as low as possible. Keep your chest upwards. No matter how low you go, you still keep your spine, your back flat. Once you reach down, then you turn to your right side and reach down to your right foot with your left hand. And let's go towards your left foot, your right hand. Breathe out each time you go to your side. Let's repeat it. So if you keep your knees straight, that will stretch your hamstrings. As long as you feel the tension or stretching your hamstrings, that's all it counts. See if you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, your back of your thighs. And let's hold out your left ankle and then twist as much as possible. If you can't reach that low, you can reach to your calf and then twist. The aim of this posture is to twist. So that's how it works on your lower back and your hamstrings and your gluteal muscles. Okay, let's place your hands in the middle. We are going to continue working in the lower back. So place your hands in the middle and you can adjust. See if you're feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. If you are not, you can bring your feet slightly closer. If it is difficult, you can bring your feet slightly apart. But see where you feel you are able to keep your knees straight and you are able to keep your hands down and still feel the stretch in your hamstrings. So this is adjustable pause for everyone. You have different body, so you can adjust your feet in order to make it work. So let's place your left hand in the middle and I'm going to twist. It's a very good posture for your lower back. And good thing about these exercises is that you feel the instant effect. Let's go towards the left side. Instant effect means like you take Tylenol, your fever goes away. Same way, your lower back pain may not be 100%, but definitely gets relieved. Let's go to your right side and look towards your upper hand. So always include your neck when it comes to your shoulders. Let's go towards your left. So we're working on your lower back, your shoulders. And remember, when you stretch your hamstrings, you work on your knees as well. Your knees get healthier. Now let's stretch your left arm forward. So we work on shoulders now more. Stretch as much possible forward. And then your right hand backwards. So when we work on one part of the body, we have to work on other parts also. Let's switch your hands. Stretch your right arm forward, left one backwards. Keep your knees straight, back flat. So we keep on working on your hamstrings and your lower back. Let's stretch your left hand forward, right one backwards. And then right one forwards, left one backwards. And let's place your hands down. So whenever we do exercise, we try to use as many as muscles engaged at the same times. Now let's stretch your both arms forward and stretch your hips backwards. All right. Now let's walk your hands forward. So you need to be careful in this exercise. Let's keep on walking. See how far you can go. It all depends upon your body. You all should be able to do it. And let's bring your shoulders also forward. And from here, if you can go all the way forward, either bringing your knees on the floor, knees off the floor. So try first without bringing your knees on the floor. Bring your chest high and drop your shoulders down. If it is difficult for you, you can place your knees on the floor. And let's go back again. And let's go forward. Up your hips down, your chest high, your shoulders down, your neck up, and let's go back. So this one becomes more for your lower back, strengthening your shoulders. So we need to keep the shoulders strong, abdomen strong. Go back. Forward. And let's place your knees down. So we need to stretch and we need to make our muscles strong. So there are two things we are going to do in this session. Now, see if you can keep your knees apart and go backwards with your hips. And then come forward. When you come forward, make sure your chest is high, your shoulders are down, your neck is extended. Let's go back. Let's go forward. Backwards. Forward. Every morning, you can start with this exercise because when you have a degenerative lower back, or if you have arthritis, if you have a stiff back, so this is a great exercise to start your day with. So this way, you are working on your hip joints, you're working on your lower back, you're working on your shoulders. So that will warm up your body and also make your lower back mobile. Okay, now from here, we're going to sit back and see if your knees support to go back. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how you sit back. And now again, in the sitting position, let's work on your shoulders and your upper back, your lower back. This is again easy exercise for everyone, the beginners, intermediates, or even no matter how advanced you are. Let's place your left hand over your right thigh and right arm up. So again, you don't want to keep your right arm forward, bring it backwards as much as possible. So think about your shoulder to bring back, bring behind. And you don't have to bring your neck forward, keep your neck also straight, aligned with your spine. And then let's lean into opposite direction, like you were doing in standing position. This is same thing in sitting position. And then turn your head also upwards. And let's switch your side. You're going to place your right hand over your left thigh. The more you keep your left shoulder backwards, straighter your back is going to be. Make sure consciously you keep your spine straight. Let's lean all the way to the right side and then turn your head upwards also. And then come back. Let's do same exercise again, but slightly different way. Let's bring again your arms along with your shoulders. You're going to place your left hand down and then your elbow also down. And then bring your upper arm all the way over your shoulder, stretch it. So don't just keep it relaxed, stretch. And then slightly twist to look upwards. So make sure you feel the stretch in your right shoulder. And then move your right knee downwards also. So that way you should feel a good stretch in your right waist. This is also easy, simple, and very effective exercise for your lower back and shoulders. Let's go towards your right side, same way. The hand down, the elbow down, upper arm all the way over your head, and turn your head upwards, and push your knee downwards. That way you feel the stretch in your left waist. Breathing out helps to stretch more. And let's come back. So you stretch sideways. We're gonna do it all different directions. So we're gonna stretch your whole spine. So the way you stretch, let's place your hands forward. And this time you don't need to worry about keeping your back straight. Walk your hands forward. See how far you can walk. Keep on walking. When you can't walk, bring your elbows down. And then your head down. And you can make one fist and then make another fist. So place your one fist on top of other, and then place your forehead down. Unless you are able to bring your head down without them. If you bring your hips slightly off the floor, that is okay. But try to make your whole spine rounded. If you have acute lower back problem, then you want to avoid it initially. But eventually you should be able to do it. So now let's do the different twist. Place your left hand behind and make your chest upwards. Right hand over your left thigh and then twist. So this is a great pose for your lower back again. So we're gonna work on your lower back in different positions, and same thing for your shoulders, and then we will work on your knees as well. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Place your right hand behind, make your chest going up, left hand over your right thigh. Now push your left hand over your thigh to twist more, and look all the way backwards. There's no way if you repeat these exercises every day and still have any lower back problem. Let's do it one more time. So when you move your muscles of your whole body in different directions, you have very minimum chances to get any type of pain or injury. Let's go to your other side. The problem becomes when our body is stagnant, we don't move it in different directions, and suddenly you move subconsciously, and then your muscles are not used to it. They don't know how to move, and you suddenly move, and that's how we get injured. Just place your both hands behind this time, and then we're going to bend backwards. Lift your hips off the floor, drop your head back. And then come. So majority of the exercises we are going to do now engage your shoulders and your lower back together. So what we will do is place your hands on the floor and then knees on the floor. So we will repeat the same exercise, the one we just repeated, but this time you want to bring your knees as wide as your shoulders. And we are going to go all the way back. See how far you can go back, and your hands all the way forward. And then bring your shoulders downwards. So this is another way to stretch your lower back and your shoulders. Now we're going to go forward. Drop your hips down. And again, bring your chest high, your neck extended, and shoulders low. And let's go back again. This is for everyone. We will do some exercise, or not for the beginners, but you can always give it a try. Let's go forward again. So these are stretchings, and we will do strengthening as well. So back. Let's go forward. And now let's stay on your knees and your palms. So now we're going to work on your lower back, but we're going to use the hips in order to make our lower back healthy. Because what is lower back? The lower back is where your lower body meets your upper body. That's where we have the problem. When we don't have enough strength in our abdomen, our hamstrings are tight, then we put all the load on our lower back. So let's bring the left knee high, lift it up, and bring it up. Like you see sometimes doggy movement, and bring it down, and lift it up again. Let's bring it down, and lift it. You should feel the strain on your lower back. So this is more of strengthening. Let's do it at least for 5 times. 4 and 5. Let's do same thing with your right one. Lift it up as high as you can, then bring it back. Lift it up. 2. Lift it up. 3. 4, one more time, and 5. If you are beginners, give a break a little bit in between. Let's take the strain off from your wrist as you going backwards on with your hips all the way back. And relax your arms, relax your hands, relax your wrist. Because initially, it's common to feel your wrist, but if you keep on doing, eventually, then you will not feel that you have any strain on your wrist, because then you make them strong. Now let's do just opposite what we did. I mean, in different direction. Keep your knee bent, but lift it up all the way up. And bring this forward, all the way forward, all the way up. And we're going to bring your head up, bring knee forward. We're going to bring our head also towards knee. Let's go up. We're going to repeat it for 5 times. Breathe out each time. You go forward. You go upwards as also. And let's press it back. You're going to do the same thing with your right knee. Lift it up. So you are concentrating on your knee to lift high, and your chest up, your head up. You bring your knee forward. As you bring your head towards your knee. We're going to repeat it for 5 times. And the speed, you don't need to do fast, or you don't need to hold for more than 5 to 10 seconds. When you are strong, and sometimes you like to hold, you can do so. But the 2 thoughts of moving or holding your body, some yogis believe to hold for long, some yogis believe to repeat more. I believe in more of repetitions rather than holding in one position. Okay, we're going to repeat the same exercise. If you have any strain, you feel pain, let's go backwards, relax your wrists. You can also move them, you can massage them. Let's make them strong. So at the same time, when you hold your body on your palms, you make your shoulders strong as well. So let's go back again onto knees and palms. We're going to repeat now, same way, same exercise, but slightly different movement. You're gonna bring your knee up again to your side and bring it backwards also. And now bring it forward. You're going to rotate it forward, sideways, backwards, in the middle, forward. Let's repeat it for 3 times in each direction. Let's go now backwards. Backwards, sideways, forwards. 1. Think about your entire left hip. Your entire hip is being moved because you want to feel it separate from your lower back. Let's go with your right one. Your side first, backwards, middle, forward, sideways, backwards, 2, go, 3, and then different directions. Reverse your direction. 1, 2, and 3. And then again, we are going to relax on your hips going backwards, relaxing your wrist. So before we go to next one, let's change our position. Changing position means we are going to do exercises using now different movements. Sit back again. So what we will do is move your hands forward and lift your hips off the floor. You're going to move your knees apart, your feet apart. Let's lift your left knee. So once you have your left knee straight, let's go backwards right here. And let's go forward here. So as we did before, with your knees slightly together, we are keeping your foot apart. Let's go backwards. Let's go forward. And you never know what exercise may work more effectively than the other exercise on each of you. Let's change your feet, your leg, make your right leg straight. Some exercises are more effective on me compared to you. Some other exercises will be more effective on you compared to me. So you have to try different ones. That's why we all do different things in the world, in our life. Like something different than we do. Same thing, that's how our body works. Okay, now let's see if you can lift your other knee also and make it straight and walk your hands in the middle. Now here, bend your knees, keep your feet apart and adjust your feet where you feel more stable. We want you to be stable rather than trying to make the position perfect. There's no such a thing perfect. And now let's lift your body up. You can place your hands onto your knees, onto your thighs, and you stand up. So that's a different way to come up. Let's try again. Bend your knees and place your hands down. This is more of strengthening exercise we are going to do. If you have acute means you just started having lower back problem, then you want to avoid it. If you have on and off, do it. But you want to do it in such a way you don't hurt it. So keep your knees bent and let's stand up. Make your knees straight. And let's bend your knees, touch your hands. Let's go back up again. Now, keep on doing this exercise. But if you have a strong back, let's make it stronger. Arms out. Now here, either you can bend your knees. If you have a weak back but want to make strong, but if you have a strong back, keep your knees straight. Let's go down. And let's come up. Let's go down. Let's go at least for 3 times. 2. 3. So this is a great exercise to stretch your lower back. Now, let's work on your knees and lower back at the same times. So when you stretch your hamstrings, that means you are working on your knees as well.
Hello, Bhaiya, I have a question. In the previous one, when you bend your knees and come up, so when you come up straight, do you interlock your knees or just leave them bent at the end?
Oh, when you are going down and coming up, your knees are bent. But once you are straight up, you lock your knees. That is a good question. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We want to lock your knees. There are so many people think that we should not lock our knees, but I believe I got a lot of benefit and good feedback. It's very important when you lock your knees, you stretch your the muscles are joined with your knee. So we must lock your knees in many positions. I will let you know.
Okay.
There are other exercises we lock our knees.
Thank
so
you.
let's stretch your hamstrings, and stretching hamstrings means working on your lower back and on your knees. So let's place your left foot forward. You don't have to put in front of your other foot, slightly outwards so you don't lose your balance. But place your heel down instead of whole foot. So that rest of the foot is off the floor. Now bend your back knee, but keep your whole body weight on your heel. So see how far you can go with keeping your right knee bent, and keep on going lower and lower. See how far you can go. It's up to you. If you want to go all the way down, to hold your toes is good. If you want to stay up to your knee, it's fine. But I want you to feel your hamstrings. That is the whole objective. Keep on going down as far as you can go. You don't lose balance. You don't put weight on your back knee. Hold your toes and pull your toes upwards. And let's come back. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Your right foot slightly away in front of your other foot. Only the heel part. Lean forward onto your knee. Not onto your knee, on your heel. Bend your back knee and then go down. Start feeling your hamstrings, because hamstrings has different parts. Where your origin is, where it starts from, just close to your hip, then the middle part, and then right behind your shoulder, your knee. So you want to feel it, and it depends how flexible your body is. Some of you will feel in the middle, some of you will feel on the upper part, some of you feel the lower part. But you should feel the stretch. Let's do it one more time. Left foot forward, the heel down, lean on it, bend your back knee, bend forward, try to keep your back flat. You can hold on to your knee, or you can go to your shin, you can go to your ankle, you can go to your foot, or you can go even on the floor. So the lower you go, more you will feel. Let's come up. Let's press your right heel forward. Lean on it. Bend your back knee. These are little instructions, but very important how you do it. So leaning on your heel is important. Let's go all the way down. As far as you can go. And then up. So now we're going to go back again on your knees and palms, but we go in such a way, not just go down straight. We are going to go through doing one exercise. Now let's work on your shoulders. You stand on side of your mat, bring your arms up and stretch your, interlock your fingers and stretch them all the way up. And look up. Now here, without moving your hips, move your shoulders backwards. If you have a neck problem, you will be susceptible to having a shoulder problem. And same thing vice versa. If you have shoulder problem, you may have your neck problem, or it may develop into your neck. So we have to work with your whole entire upper body, your lower back, middle back, upper back. Let's bring your arms apart. Now we're going to go into which is called tabletop. And here you can bend your knees to place your hands down. You're going to walk your hands forward. You don't have to bend your knees. If you want to keep them straight, locked, that's fine. Let's walk your hands forward. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Here, keep your shoulders backwards and your arms forward, your hands forward. We're going to go forward. A plank. And we're going to go all the way forward, which is called upwards dog. Let's go again. Let's go back again. You're going to walk your hands towards your feet. You're going to walk your arms apart. Stretch your arms apart. Let's come up. Let's bring your arms again together. Upwards, look towards your hands. And we'll bring your arms down. So this is working for you with your entire body, your shoulders, upper back, lower back, your hamstrings, your calves. Let's do it again. Arms apart, all the way up. Again, as you bring your arms apart, bend forward with keeping your back flat. Now you can either bend your knees or keep them straight as you feel comfortable. Let's walk your hands, make it easy for you. That means according to your body. And now let's go forward, the plank. And then your hips down, your chest up. Now you can take a break here by placing your knees down, making your feet flat. Now bring your hips all the way back. This is called child pose. And we are going to do the same thing one more time. Let's go forward with your chest up, your hips down. Now you can place your toes down, your knees off the floor. And again, hips all the way back. Walk your hands towards your feet. Here you can either bend your knees or keep them straight, arms apart, and then hands all the way up and then down. So doing this exercise Even if you can do 10 times, you will feel much better for your shoulders, lower back, and your knees as well. So now, one more time, we're gonna go down, and then we will stay down this thing. Let's bring your arms up. Again, stretch your arms all the way up. Arms apart. Let's go into tabletop. Here, either bend your knees or keep them straight. Your hands down. And that's where you stretch your hamstrings in this exercise. Let's walk your hands forward. Keep your hips backwards. Keep walking your hands forward. And let's go all the way forward with your whole body. Either you can place your knees down, keep them off the floor, either way is fine. And place your knees down and stretch your lower back. Now let's work on your knees. You need to do two things for your knees. One is to strengthen your thighs, which we will do in standing position. And at the second part is to stretch back of your knees muscles which attach your thighs and hamstrings, and also stretch your thighs muscles. So three things: strengthen your thighs, your hamstrings, stretch them, your thighs and your hamstrings, and so stretch back of your knees. So let's do one more good exercise. Let's bring your knees to your chest. This will give instant relief to your knees. We're going to work with your abdomen at the same times. So if your abdomen is weak, you're going to have your lower back weak because there's a big muscle which supports your front of your front part of your lower body and back part of your lower body. So let's interlock your fingers and relax your arms, your neck on your palms. So we're going to keep your knees in this position. Now, let's bring your heel forward, toes backwards. So now we are going to kick your one foot forward. Kick quickly and bring it back. Now, quick hit forwards, left one. Now the right one. Now left one. So it's a quick jerky movement. When it comes to joint, not all the time, but you need to do some jerky movement, so that way you feel that you relieved your joints. Same thing we need to do with your lower back. Hit it quickly, as hard as you can. And let's place your feet back. So this one can be done in any condition, except if you had knee surgery. So you need to be careful. Not sure if you can do it, if you cannot. Find on your own. Now let's engage your lower back and your shoulders in next exercise. Bring your heels next to your hips. You're going to lift your hips forward, upwards, and bring your arms at the same time behind your shoulders. And see if you are able to touch back of your palms on the floor. And also your other part of your upper arm as well. So try to bring as close as possible. Let's slowly come back as you bring your hips down, your arms down. Let's do it again. You're gonna inhale Go up. And exhale. Once your arm is behind your shoulders on the floor. Let's inhale. And exhale. Let's go up again. Inhale. Go up. Exhale here. Inhale. Come down. So this is very simple way for the beginners. So we're going to make it slightly more strenuous, so you strengthen your lower back. So this is more of strengthening exercise for your lower back and more stretching of your shoulders. So let's do the same thing again. And now it's up to you how you want to do it next part. Let's go up. Now here, we are going to lift your left leg off the floor. See if you can hold your body on your one foot. Now lower your hips and lift them up. We're going to do 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Let's switch your feet. This left one down, right one up. Lower your hips. 1, 2. Breathe out as you lift your hips up. And 3. And let's bring your hips down, arms back. So this is another good strengthening exercise. Now, let's bring your both knees to your chest and stretch your lower back by bringing your knees to your chest. And lift your upper body also. Round up your whole back. Let's work on your knees in this position. Let's interlock your fingers. Rest your head. You don't need to bring your chin down. Keep it relaxed. So as you kick before, 1 foot at a time, let's kick your both heels now together. So bring your heels forward, your toes backwards, and kick forward together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you try doing this exercise any time of the day, you will feel instant relief in terms of your pain. Now let's just relax by bringing your soles together and your knees apart. Take a few deep breaths. When you breathe out, let your body go. Okay, now let's turn downwards again onto your palms and onto your knees. We're going to do a really great exercise for your lower back, one side at a time. So what you need to do, bring your knees backwards as far as you can. And bring your left foot forwards as much, hold it. Hold your ankle and bring it forward. Okay, good. Now let's bring your back knee more backwards. Now your knee is backwards. Now bring your hips forwards. See how far you can bring your hips forward. Bring your chest up. You should feel the stretch. We call it flexor muscles, which bring your knee up from your hip on your right side. Now here, bring your right toes, the back toes up, down, and knee off the floor. And see if you can move it back and forth. So if you feel if it is difficult, keep your knee down. If you feel it's easy to bring your knee off the floor, it's good. It's up to your body. I don't know how your body is, but I want to give you the choice so you all can do it. So bring it back and forth. Let's bring it back. As long as you feel the stretch in your front of your thighs, your joint, that's all it counts. Let's bring your right foot forward. Hold your ankle. Your foot forward. Your knee backwards. Hips downwards. Your chest upwards. Hold it. You constantly should feel the stretch in your front of your thigh. Now you put your toes if you want to. Knee off the floor. Move back and forth while keeping your hips down. And then down again. I hope you felt something in your front part of your thigh, front upper part of your thigh. Let's stretch your lower back. Okay, let's work on this. We are working on your lower back. Lower back means not only this part, the whole, your core part, your front part of your hips, your lower part of the abdomen, your thighs. Now let's bring, you must have cushion under your knees. Otherwise, if your knees hurt, please don't do it. Now let's bring your left foot forward. Place your hands on the lower part of your thigh. Bring your hips forward by bending your knee as much as possible. Hips forward, chest high. Stretch your neck up. This is again, we are using same muscles to stretch but different position. And then come back. Let's do on the other side. Place your right foot forward as far as you can. Not too close to your knee, away from your knee. So you have good space to move your hips forward. Let's bring your hips forward. Hands onto your thigh. Your chest up. Look up. You know, 99% of the population have lower back problem. And they don't know that lower back has to do with your hips and your hamstrings. So we have to work with your whole body. Let's go into child pose. And then go all the way forward, which is called cobra. You all can do it. And let's come back onto your palms and onto your knees. Now, we're going to stretch your right leg. Again, it's a side stretch of your side waist. And let's place this right foot onto your left side over your left leg. Now you want to turn around your left arm to see your foot. So you're seeing your right foot on your left side. Think again. Right foot, seeing it from your left side. So that brings your hip downwards, stretches downwards. So we want to have like your distinct separation of your hips. Your each hip, you should feel right hip, you should feel left hip, you should feel your lower back. Not whole thing at one place when it comes to stretching. Okay, let's stretch your left foot. Place it over your right side as far as you can. On your upper body to look over your right arm to your left foot. Look at your left foot. And then come back. Let's do it one more time. If you didn't get it, let's get it now. Let's stretch your right foot. Place it over to your left side. Look at your right foot over to your left side. You literally look at it. Let's come back. Let's stretch your left foot. Place it over your right side. And your upper body to over your right arm to see your left foot. And then come back. You're going to stretch again, your lower back. And there's no way that you don't feel the relief after the session. Sometimes you may feel some strain, some after exercise effect, soreness, but that goes away in a day or two. You do it again, you do third time, once your soreness goes away, then you will feel that you never had any lower back problem. Okay, now we're going to go into different position. Let's put your toes down, knees off the floor. Walk your hands towards your feet. And we are going to go again into standing position. And then come back. Now let's do the knee strengthening exercise. So there's no way you can just strengthen the cartilage. That's something different. We can definitely strengthen our surrounding muscles. So when you have a surrounding muscle strong, you have less strain on your knees. If your surrounding muscles like thighs, muscles are weak, your calves are weak, your hips are weak, your knees are going to take more strain. So let's make them strong. And the way we make them strong is by doing squats. So put your feet together and bring your toes slightly apart. We're going to hold your earlobes to sharpen up your memory. Now bend your knees. See how, don't go lower than 90 degrees and then come up. Go down and then come up. Think about that you have a chair behind you. Actually, you should have a chair behind you. If you have weak knees, place the chair behind you and you just sit and then you come up. You touch your hips and you come up. So the idea is not to lean forward with your knees. You want to lean on your hips, not on your knees forward. So that way you will keep your knees behind your toes. Very, very important. If you do this exercise incorrectly, then you will going to hurt your knees instead of making them stronger. So make sure when you bend your knees, they're behind your toes. Let's do them for 25 times. You can do it for 10 times. It just depends upon strengthening your knees, strength of your knees. Let's start for 25 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So that is your knee strengthening exercise. Now we are going to work a little bit more before we go to the next exercise on your lower back. So this time you're going to stand on other side of your mat, the edge of your mat, facing outside. Same way, let's bring your arms up, apart, stretch them up, and then we go forward. Same way down. Either you can bend your knees or keep them straight. Now from here, we're gonna walk your feet backwards. So let's walk. Let's go all the way back. We call it downwards dog. Then go forward into upwards dog. And then place your knees. Let's go into child pose. So we are going to do now, which is very important exercise for your lower back, the plank. So there are so many different variations of plank. So I would like you to do according to your condition of your body. So I will teach you for all different conditions. So let's stretch your right knee here. You all should be able to do this part, up to this part. Now from here, see if you are able to lift your other knee off the floor and stretch your knee as well, the other knee as well. If you are not able to lift that, bring this knee lower. See, as low as you can bring it. So that way you will have the weight on one knee straight, one knee down. And then you can switch the same way. Stretch your left knee, keep your right knee down on the floor, but away from your elbows. So that's easy way. So let's do it for 10 seconds. With one knee down or both knees, one knee up or both knees up. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And after that, you want to stretch your lower back going into child pose. So this exercise also strengthens your shoulders. So we are going to do next variation. And next variation is not for everyone, but who already have a good back, good lower back, and you want to have an even stronger back. Also increase the flexibility. So let's place your both forearms down. So if you are just a beginner, you just hold as you just did before. And otherwise, let's go with your both knees up. Now lift your hips as high as you can here. Go to your right side, all the way, and bring back all the way up. Go to your left side, bring all the way up. 3, 4, 5. You want to bring your hips as high as possible when you bring it down, either on either side. And 10. Okay, let's stretch your lower back. Now let's go onto your back again. And we will do lower back, your knees and abdomen all together. Knees to your chest. Lift your whole upper body and stretch your knees up. And hold it here. Bring your toes downwards, heels upwards. Now stretch, let's release your thighs. Bring your hands outside of your legs. And just lower your legs. So now here, you want to bend either you bend your knees or keep them straight. As long as you keep your feet slightly straight, knees slightly straight is good. Hold it here. Now bring your both feet down and then up. Both feet down and up. Let's do it 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's lie down, place your toes together and drop your knees up. Take deep breath. And as you exhale, let your body go down. Relax your shoulders, relax your knees. Okay, right here, keep your right knee right there. Just drop your other knee on top of it. So we're going to work on your stretching your lower back. Now bring your knees slightly upwards while keeping your both shoulders down on the floor. Now place your right hand onto your left thigh and bring it upwards and downwards. Now let's bring your left hand behind your neck. Now lift your shoulders off the floor and then touch your head. So you want to keep your knee as low as possible using your right hand and lift your shoulders up and let's go back. Up, press your knee down and then bring your head down. So it's more of stretching left side of your lower back. We are going to do this 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is another exercise to unlock your hips. Let's drop your both knees towards your left side. Bring your knees upwards. Bring your left hand onto your right thigh. Right hand behind your neck. Let's lift your upper body and then go down. Push your right knee downwards. 2, 3. You should touch your hand, back of your hand behind on the mat behind your head. 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's come back. Knees to your chest. Your body off the floor. This is next one also is for everyone. Hold your one shin, your right shin, and kick your right heel forward. Left one. Now let's kick the right one as you hold your left shin. Let's go over the other one. Kick forward. Kick. Kick. Kick forward. If you feel your neck, you can drop it down. And then lift it up again. You want to strengthen your neck as well by holding your head. Our head is not that heavy to hold for your neck, but our neck is weak to hold it. So we need to strengthen our neck muscles. Okay, let's bring down. Let's turn downwards again onto palms, onto knees. Now let's bring your knees off the floor. Walk your feet towards your hands. Either here you can bend your knees or keep them straight, arms apart. Let's go all the way up and then down. Let's do one balancing pose, and that stretches your thigh as well. So you want to get support, either holding your person next to you on the shoulder, or you can balance by itself. Let's hold your right foot in your left hand and bring your knee backwards. So other hand can have a support, or you can bring it upwards, but I want you to bring your knee backwards. So when you bring your knee backwards, you can feel the stretch. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Hold your left foot in your right hand, bring your knee backwards while keeping your body straight. And then come down. Sit down. So we did good stretchings. And if you like to have a further stretching, you could actually, when you sit now, as compared to in the beginning, you would feel that your body is touching more ground. So the more grounded your body is, better you're gonna feel. So one of the good exercises you can do is hold your foot and hold your knee in other hand, and you can lift it up, and then you can move it in and out. And if you still feel good, you can even place your foot onto your forearm and interlock your fingers, and then you can move it. And let's do the same thing with your other one. First, hold your foot and knee in each hand, lift it up, move it in and out. So the idea is to stretch your hips, stretch your lower back, stretch your hamstrings, stretch your calves, then you will have no problem. Okay, let's do it a little bit higher. And then move it in and out. And then relax it. But if you have a lower back problem or pain, then you want to avoid this exercise, but you can do same exercise or similar exercise lying on the floor. So let's do that exercise lying on the floor before we do the breathing exercise. So let's lie down on the floor. Let's place your right ankle onto your left thigh and bring your legs towards your chest. Hold your foot, hold your knee, and bring down. Close to your body. And you can even do the same way. Place your foot onto your left forearm and then right arm around your knee, and then move it sideways. And you can do same thing for your other leg. Place your left ankle onto your right thigh. Hold your knee and foot. Bring them towards your chest. You can lift your body up, upper body. Place your foot on your forearm forward. Interlock your fingers as you wrap around your left arm around your knee and move it. Place it down. Let's do the last one. One more time. Place your feet next to your hips. Lift your hips up. Bring your arms behind the bridge position. Hold it for a few seconds. And let's bring down. Okay, let's sit up. Now, when it comes to anxiety and depression, negative thoughts, it's very important to do 3 different type of exercises. The one is just what we did to make our body healthy. Second, we need to do good breathing exercise. And third is to do meditation. So there are different breathing exercises. We are going to do mainly 3 breathing exercises, which are called pranayama. So the first one, we will do just simple deep inhalation and then long exhalation. So see how slow you can breathe in. And then hold it inside. And then slowly breathe out. And keep on breathing out as much as possible. But keep it slow though. So when you inhale, let your abdomen expand. And when you exhale, keep on pushing air from your abdomen. So your abdomen, even the last part of your breath, should be keep on pushing it out. So let's do it for 5 times. Slowly inhale. So this is simple. We call it ujjayi. You can make this one by squeezing your windpipe also when you breathe in and out. So let's try doing that. So this first one was just a deep breathing. Second one, we call it ujjayi. So that means you squeeze your windpipe and your in pharynx area, we call it pharynx, in your throat. So when you squeeze, you should make slight whistling sound like this. Again, you are going to, same way, you're going to exhale and inhale and exhale from your abdomen. So let's do it for 5 times. So this exercise immediately should calm your mind down and relax. So let's go even further than this. The third one we are going to do is breathe into through your left nostril and then hold it. And then breathe out through your right nostril and hold your breath out before you inhale. Then inhale again through your right and hold it before you exhale. And then exhale and then relax. So take a couple of normal breaths and then start again from your left to right, right to left. But you give some time between your inhalation and between your exhalation. So we're going to close your right nostril using your right thumb. Place your first 2 fingers on center of eyebrows. And let's start inhaling through your left nostril slowly. And then hold it. And then close your left nostril and exhale to your right one. And then hold it. And then inhale again to your right. Hold it again inside. And then let it come out to your left. And let's do it again. After a couple of normal breaths, inhale to your left. And you're going to do continuously for 5 times. Ensure you slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out, and in between, you hold. And now we are going to do for a few minutes combination of meditation and relaxation. So either if you like to lie down, you can lie down, or if you like to keep on sitting, you can stay as long as you keep your spine straight. So either position is good. So we are going to do two parts of this meditation / relaxation. One is scanning your body, and the second part is your breathing. So scanning means we are going to go from from your toe to head and head to your toes. In terms of the breathing, we will inhale and exhale normally, but we are going to say Om when we inhale, and then we are going to count as we exhale. So let's start. We're going to start from your right toes. So scanning means you are going to feel it. And what you're going to feel is that your right toes are relaxed. Then your right ankle, let it be relaxed. Same thing, your right knee. And then your right thigh joint. Allow it to be relaxed. Let's do the same thing with your left toes. Feel it relaxed. Your left ankle. Your left knee. And your thigh joint. Now allow your pelvis to be relaxed. Your abdomen, your chest. Then your right shoulder. Your right elbow. Your wrist. And your fingers. Then your palm. Your your right arm. And let's go to your left shoulder. Left elbow. Wrist. And fingers. Your palm. Your arm. Now allow your neck to be relaxed. Let's allow your chin, lips, and jaws to be loose and relaxed. Your cheeks, your nose, your ears, eyes, your center of eyebrows, your forehead, your head, your neck, back of your shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. And then allow your hips to be relaxed. Your thighs, your calves. And then again, your feet. and then your whole body. Now bring your attention to your breathing, your inhalation and exhalation. Feel your inhalation and then feel your exhalation through your nose. And as your breath goes in, say Om. And as your breath comes out, say one. And then second time, again, as you breathe in, say Om. As your breath comes out, say two. So you want to count it up to 25. And let's at the end chant Om. Let's take deep breath in. Om. Om. Thank you. And namaste. Let's rub our palms together and just wipe out your eye gently from inside to outside. Right. See you next week. Enjoy your weekend.
Good class.
Thank you, Bhaiya, for a very nice class.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhaiya.